Hello, visionaries. Happy day, whatever day you're listening to this. It is April 21st at the time of this recording, but I know this will be applicable to you no matter when you are tuning in. Today's topic of the Visionary Way is the C.V.O. creator. Probably a term you've never heard before. And that's because I made it up. It's a proprietary term. It's something that I created when I first started my business, and I needed to figure out how to step into that chief visionary officer role, the C.V.O., or what some people call the CEO, or the boss man, boss lady, boss babe. In my world, it's called the C.V.O. for a very important reason, because you and only you can be the visionary of your business when your business is just starting out, okay? Unless you are one of the exceptions that you are starting a business and you are more the mechanical and the integrator person and you're able to hire a visionary to think on your behalf. But for most of us, that's not really our reality, right? So today we're talking about the C.V.O. creator, and this is part 3 of the Visionary Method framework. So if you caught us the past couple days, or if you've been scrolling back in the archives, you'll see that day 1 we talked about revisioning your life, and then day 2 it was finding your brilliance. And today, it's all about stepping into that C.V.O. role. And I'm going to explain that further in this video. So I want to tell you something very profound that I learned when I first started my business. And that is that treating your business like a hobby leads to hobby income. But treating your business like it's a $1 million business leads to substantial income, right? I used to think that spending a couple hours doing unfocused work on my business meant that I was going to progress at the rate I wanted to, but that's not the case. I had to take my business seriously. I had to wear all the hats. I had to show up for myself like I used to show up for my corporate job. I had to have the structure and the processes in place like I used to do and be held accountable to at my corporate jobs. I realized that my work ethic, my grit, my grind, my strategic vision would make or break my business. And I could say the same for you, okay? So I know that if you're watching this live or replay, you have big dreams for your future. But first, we need to ensure that there is a solid foundation for you to start building these dreams on. And so in our chat today, I want to talk about you becoming that C.V.O., that strategic chief visionary officer, because we need you to lead your business. You will not be led if you're going to be an entrepreneur. You need to lead. You are capable of leading. You are a leader. So you have to lead yourself first. And I want to help you to hi Rebecca. I want to help you to find systems so that your business can grow and prosper. But if you're not acting as the C.V.O. and you're acting as an employee, your business is going to stay at the same stagnant spot, because who's thinking about the growth? Who's getting the visionary ideas and then nurturing them until they become a product or a service within your business model, right? So in this video, I want to share with you why becoming the C.V.O., the Chief Visionary Officer of your business, is a vital part of the Visionary Method process, the framework for bringing your business idea into a successful online business. So just before I share, I just want to let you know that when I first started my online business 4 or 5 years ago, I was not entirely sure how to show up in that C.V.O. role. Like, I really didn't know, right? Because I had never started an online business before. But I quickly learned that structure in how I showed up for my business every single day No matter how small my business was, no matter how few clients I had in the early days, I knew that the structure and the accountability would make or break my business. I knew I had to treat it seriously. Did I take it super seriously right off the bat? I tried to. I thought I was, but I didn't. I didn't have the processes in place that I needed to be a high-level business owner. But all that changed a few years ago when I put a method around becoming the C.V.O. of my own business. So I'm very excited to share that with you today. Okay, so here we go. Most of you are probably arriving at the end of a work week and you have no idea what you did to advance your business or produce results. Is that the case for you? Do you arrive Friday afternoon and do you even think, like, what did I accomplish this week? Or did I advance my projects? Or am I on track to hit that milestone, that goal, that bigger vision for my business? Because if you don't arrive at the end of the week and say, all right, I accomplished this, we are on track with this project, and do a quick reassessment before Monday rolls around, then you're not really showing up as the C.V.O. of your business. And I'm talking like small business here. I'm not talking about, because in the early days, you wear all the hats, right? You need to show up as the Chief Visionary Officer, which encompasses a whole lot of stuff. It encompasses the dreaming, but it also encompasses like the day-to-day mechanical work. Unless you can outsource that, unless you can hire for that. So if I scared you a little bit with that, if you come to the end of the work week and you think, what income generating activities did I do? How much did I advance each project? What percentage of my tasks did I not complete? If you don't have the answer to that, don't worry. Give yourself grace. I mean, many of you have never been business owners before this endeavor that you're on now. So again, you have to give yourself grace, but there needs to be work that's put into becoming the best C.V.O. for your business that you can be. Because if you try to do this in a major corporation, show up Friday and then your boss says, so Kels, what did you get done this past week? Like, what major projects were you working on? Tell me what the upcoming tasks, once you finish this set of projects, what's next? What will you be presenting on at our next company staff meeting that like you can prove the results on? If you couldn't do that, your manager would say, okay, figure it out or you're fired, right? We need to see results. We need results because we need to prove that your salary of $80,000 is worth it. You need to do the same in your business, right? I don't know if you think about paying yourself a salary, but for every client you get, that's part of your salary. The more you prove your worth and your analytical mind and the fact that you're willing to show up and do the stuff that you don't even really want to do, like personally, my brand is around being visionary method, visionary life. I'm a dreamer. I like to think, I like to create, but I have to force myself to show up as that more analytical, mechanical role in my business that says, okay, where did you slip behind? Do you need to reorganize due dates? Is this idea one for next year? How are you going to put it off? Get it out of your mind. Stop being sidetracked. Okay, you need to report your results from the previous month. I know this stuff sucks for some of you. For many of my community members, it does because we are the creatives. But being the C.V.O. and wearing all the hats in the early days means that this is going to be in your hands, okay? So by spending just a little bit of time each day, or at the very minimum at the end of each week, reassessing where you are headed and where you've come from is going to set you up for so much more success, okay? You have to take that time. You need to find clarity in what's coming. You need to understand what are your intentions behind everything you're working on. You need to eliminate any non-essentials, okay? If you're spending too much time scrolling, or if you're spending way too much time like coding a new website that's not going to bring you new clients, like eliminate the non-essentials. You, especially during a time of crisis, and I'm recording this April 21st, 2020, eliminate the crap, eliminate the BS. You need to stay in business. You need to make money. So let's get rid of the stuff we don't need, okay? You need to double down on your income generating activities. So sit down today and ask, what are my income generating activities right now? And then do more of them. We need you to do more of them. We need you to define your working and non-working hours. Because if you're working from home like me, you could work all day, but that is not a good idea. Yes, you should have some grit and show up daily for your business. Yes, take your weekends off, but you need to be working hard, but also work smart, work effectively. Get what you need to do done in the smallest viable amount of time possible. Don't waste time on meetings. My virtual mentor, Ed Milet, he does 4-minute meetings. So can you have a 4-minute meeting instead of an hour meeting? Okay, you don't need hour meetings with people. You need to categorize your ideas. I teach you in the visionary method how to take the ideas out of your head and categorize them for later or for now. Because you're a visionary, you get a lot of ideas, but you cannot take action on all of them, right? Give me a little thumbs up or something in the emoji if you know that you don't have time to take action on all your ideas. So obviously be a nice C.V.O. to yourself. You're the chief visionary officer. It doesn't mean you're like the drill sergeant, but you have to have some mechanisms in place for your business to thrive. You're not just the creative if you are the only person that works in your business. You're also the one that stays on track, that assesses income generating activities, that eliminates the non-essentials and stays focused so you can find clarity, simplicity, and scale, right? So I want to leave you with something. The visionary method, which I just explained one small part of it. We are starting on Monday. It is a 120-day business coaching program. I have taken hundreds of students through it. It is something that will help you go from where you are now up to making your first 50K in business. I spill it all. You get lifetime access, weekly coaching calls, and above all, a community of people to jump on these calls with, to become good friends with, to have partners in this business, to not feel so alone in a time when we are feeling slightly isolated. And we've made it totally risk-free for you to try it. It's free for your first 60 days. It's risk-free. If you're not happy, you can exit at any time, no questions asked. It is the program that will change the way you do business, okay? We're gonna walk through every step of the visionary method framework together, finding your brilliance, what makes you unique, what makes you stand out from the crowd, all the way through to really refining your one key high ticket offer, the thing that you are so magically good at, and then all the way through to marketing it and selling it using very visionary marketing strategies, not the typical sales funnel that other coaches are teaching you. We're talking about nourishing your community, teaching as your marketing effort, and how that builds your first 1,000 true fans. So you can click the link in my Instagram bio if you want more info, but I'm gonna keep this video short. Join me tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern, same time, same place. I love you all. Have a very visionary day.